Hello, I'm going to read you an extract from the Wings of Fire series by 2E.T. Sutherland. The Wings of Fire series is a set of books about dragons and in a land that is mostly populated by dragons. And this extract is from the fifth book in the series, The Brightest Night. Something was moving in the forest outside the ruins. A small light bobbed up and down not far from the ground, blinking in and out as it went behind trees and bushes. Now her ears could pick up the sound of footsteps. They were very quiet, but here and there a twig snapped, and she recognized the noise of paws brushing through leaves. Softly, she unwound her tail from a branch and slithered down the trunk. She crept silently through the dark village towards the light as it left the trees and floated towards a set of collapsed stone stairs, if Sunny remembered right from her earlier tour of the ruins. There were two of them. 2 scavengers! One of them was short, fluffy hair. The other one's hair was long, and she moved in a quick and confident way. Sunny was sure it was the same scavenger from her dream. She waited until they climbed onto the steps and sat down. They were warbling in low tones and sounded like some of the rainforest monkeys, and the one with the long hair sometimes waved her paws as if she were drawing a picture in the air. Flower did the same thing, Sunny remembered. Now, the trick would be to approach them and get the treasure without scaring them off, and without getting attacked. They didn't look like they were carrying any sharp little weapons, but you never knew with scavengers, according to the scrolls. And if these two had stolen the treasure, that meant they'd killed Queen Oasis, so they could be very dangerous. She paused in the shadows for a moment considering, and finally decided a direct approach was the only option. "Don't run away," she said, stepping out in front of them and spreading her wings. Both scavengers yelled with fright and promptly tried to run away. Sunny leapt into the air and landed in front of the scavenger from her dream. That was the one she wanted. "I said don't run away," Sunny barked, even though she knew the scavenger couldn't understand her. "Hey, come back!" She flung her tail out and tripped the little creature as it bolted in another direction. "I won't eat you, I promise." She pounced and managed to trap the scavenger between her front talons. The second scavenger suddenly came running out of the ruins and threw something at her. This turned out to be the tiny lamp they'd been carrying, which bounced off Sunny's scales but left a stinging burn where it hit. "Ouch!" Sunny roared. "All right, I might eat you if you keep doing that." She swept her tail around and knocked the second scavenger over, then picked up the first scavenger and hopped a step back, growling. The scavenger between her claws was kicking and wriggling and being generally impossible. Sunny was trying really hard to hold it gently, but it was like hanging onto a moonbeam. And the other scavenger was already struggling back upright, probably to attack her again. Sunny looked around and spotted a building that hadn't burnt as badly as the rest of them. 2 of the walls still stood, forming a corner made of heavy round stones. The walls were as tall as Sunny's head, too tall for a little scavenger to jump off, unless they were more like frogs than Sunny thought they were. She deposited the first scavenger on top of the wall, then whipped round, seized the second scavenger and stuck him up there as well. They both made little yelping sounds and clung to the stones. "There," Sunny said. "Now you can't run away." She sat down and folded her wings back. "So, where is the treasure?" Their big eyes stared back at her. Sunny reached for a branch, set it on fire, and stuck it upright in the ground so she could see them better. The scavenger from her dream pointed at Sunny and chattered something at the other scavenger. "If she were my pet, I could give her a name," Sunny thought. "Maybe something like Holler, for all that noise she was making, and the other one could be Fluffy, for his hair." She smiled. Holler and Fluffy. Totally cute. But also maybe totally responsible for this whole war. If they were the ones who stole the treasure. They looked a little small to be treasure thieves, but then all scavengers were too small to be trying something that idiotic.